In this lesson we're going to show you how to scale a round fish. In this case we're using a bass. Some people may find it useful to cover the board with cling film so that once they've got the scales off the fish they can just wrap them up and throw it away. It's a little bit less messy. Or alternatively you could put the fish in a big poly bag so you're scaling into the bag, which is okay, but you do have to make sure the bag is big enough for you to get your hand in to move. The baguette bag is definitely not big enough. So I hold the fish with my left hand, I'm scaling with my right hand. I'm using this scaler because it fits my hand nicely and I find it very comfortable. I start at the tail and work up to the top. Small motions. And you can see the scales lift off. So I do it in about four lengths. That way most of the scales are off. Roll the fish over and repeat the process on this side. You hold the scaler quite firmly so that it lifts the scales off. Taking care to get underneath the stomach to remove the scales there. A lot of people finish here, so when you fillet the fish you've still got a whole line of scales on it. And also once you've got the main body scales off, I tip the fish and I make sure I'm taking the scales off from around this neck area and under the belly, like so. And on the top make sure you're going right up to the spines. Some people stay away from the spines on bass, which is quite understandable as they do spike you, but you do have to make sure you've got the spines. That fish is now ready for either cleaning if you're going to cook it as a whole fish, or for filleting. In this lesson we're going to show you how to scale a fish with a knife in case you haven't been able to get yourself a fish scaler. You hold the fish firmly with your left hand, and if you use the back of the knife it'll be easier and you're less likely to cut through the flesh. So you hold the fish, start at the tail and gently but firmly move up, and you can see you've got the back of the knife at an angle. To get the edge you start with the tip of the knife, and as you're coming round the fish you come more down the depth of the knife. Start with the tip, work round. That's that side done, and on this side again hold firm, start with the tip of the knife there to lift the scales. Then moving round with the body of the knife up the main part of the fish, and again round the bottom, ensuring that you scale underneath the belly. Then to get this piece here, which a lot of people miss, you just hold the fish up this way and continue with light strokes to remove the scales. And that is one fish scaled using the knife.